Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. It's my pleasure to introduce to you your host and MC this evening, Mr. Steve Goodling.
Thanks. Good evening, everybody. If you'd like to take your seats and we'll get started. Appreciate that. And for those of you that want to cool off, we do have some swimsuits to go into the fountain afterwards. All right, welcome out tonight. 4 years ago, we had the pleasure of swearing in and seeing sworn in Mayor Robert Garcia and our newly elected council and other citywide officials at that time. 4 years ago, the mayor wanted to have this inside the Terrace Theater, and it was the first time that this swearing in had taken place outside of City Hall. And it was setting precedent, quite honestly, because City Hall was too small to host it. This time around, the mayor wanted us to do something more indicative of a waterfront, beachfront city, and so the thought was, let's have it outside. And so here we are, with the fountains, Southern California weather. Yes, it is July, and it will cool down, but it's going to be a wonderful party afterwards. So again, I think trying new things, cutting new things, the mayor's given us another opportunity to really have a wonderful night. To begin this, please join me in welcoming Girl Scout Troop 1353 for the Pledge of Allegiance, and if you could all stand, that would be wonderful. Thanks.
Girl Scout attention, Girl Scout advance. Girl Scouts, honor your colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Girl Scouts dismissed. You may be seated.
Could we give Troop 1353 a round of applause? Thank you. At this time, it's a pleasure to have one of our leading arts organizations, Musical Theater West, join us in singing tonight. Please join me in welcoming Adam Stern-Rand and Amy Olivo.
The only thing I'll see forever, in my eyes, in my words, and in everything I do, nothing else but you ever.
And there's nothing for me but Maria. Every sight that I see is Maria.
Tony, Tony.
Always you're in every thought I know, everywhere I go. You'll be
world is only
you and me.
Tonight, tonight, it all began tonight. I saw you and the world went away. Tonight, tonight, there's only you tonight. What you are, what you do, what you see.
Today, all day, I had the feeling a miracle would happen. I know now I was right. with suns and moons all over the place. Tonight, tonight, the world is wild and bright, going mad, shooting sparks into space. Today, the world was just an address, a place for me to live in, no better than alright. But here you are, and what was just a world is a start tonight. Good night, good night. Sleep well, and when you dream, dream of me.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Amy. And Amy even did it with a boot. And thank you also to Paul Garman with Musical Theater West. Thank you. We have several dignitaries with us tonight, and so please join me in welcoming them. First, California State's Attorney General, Javier Becerra. Javier? California State Senator Janet Nguyen. Janet? Also, California State Senator Kevin De Leon. Also, former Long Beach Chief of Police and LA County Sheriff Jim McDonald. It's always nice coming home, Jim, isn't it? Also, LA County District Attorney Jackie Lacey. LA County Assessor Jeffrey Prang. Long Beach Unified School Board President Megan Kerr. Megan? Also, former president and current education member of the board of Long Beach Unified School District, Felton Williams. Felton? Long Beach City College Board of Trustees Vice President, Sunny Zia. And Long Beach City College Board of Trustees-elect, Yurek Joe Natuk. Water Replenishment District Board President, John Allen. Also, the Mayor of Los Angeles, Eric Garcetti. Los Angeles Community College Board of Trustees, Mike Fong. City Council Member of Lakewood, Jeff Wood. And also Norwalk La Mirada Unified School District Board Member, Jesse Urquida. At this time, please join me in welcoming a special neighbor, a special friend of Mayor Garcia's, and also a partner in many things in our Southland of LA County, Honorable Eric Garcetti.
Thanks so much, Steve. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Steve. Good afternoon, good evening. Muy buenas tardes, muy buenas noches. It is great to be here. I come from a town that we like to think of as Long Beach adjacent, the city of Los Angeles, a place that really, though we have two cities that we celebrate, are part of one town. And I'm so pleased to be here with fellow elected officials, to be here with the community members, business reps, union leaders, folks who have given their lives to public service and who believe in this town. You know, in so many ways, our towns are really one place. People who live in Long Beach work in the city of Los Angeles. People who work or live in Los Angeles come here to work every single day. I came here to celebrate my fellow brother mayor, Robert Garcia. There's probably not a day that goes by or a week that goes by for the two of us where somebody doesn't come up to me and say Mayor Garcia, and he tells me all the time people come up and say Mayor Garcetti. But these two mayors who, side by side, have the two largest cities in LA County, have been able to work together to really eradicate a border that existed for so long between our cities. And I'm so grateful for your friendship and for your leadership. And I want to congratulate the City Council, the City Auditor, City Prosecutor, City Attorney for your re-elections. But let me say a couple words about Robert Garcia briefly, if I may. At a time in this country when we see children being ripped from the arms of their parents, Robert Garcia is testament to why it is important for us to have the American dream for all folks, no matter where they come from. An immigrant who came to this country, who leads one of the largest cities in this state and in this country, and a man who does it exceptionally well. At a moment when Washington talks a lot about building infrastructure, Robert Garcia and the City Council are doing it here in Long Beach, whether it's expanding the port, whether it's making sure that the roads are taken care of, putting initiatives before the voters. This guy has been an infrastructure leader for America. And at a time when the world chokes through pollution and extreme weather events, Robert Garcia has taken, together with the Port of Los Angeles, the greenest port complex in the world, and has pledged to make it fair for workers and good for the people of Long Beach and neighboring communities. When there's so much division in the world, isn't it good to come together tonight to celebrate what is right about democracy and a man that we know stands for his people, Robert Garcia? So thank you, Robert, for your friendship. I might be the mayor of LA, but I have a confession to make. I love Long Beach. Whether it's coming to the Aquarium of the Pacific, having some great pho, whether it's visiting family here, or whether a couple staycations my wife and I have had just down the street here, LA loves Long Beach, and Long Beach loves LA. In fact, I have that poster in my office every single day. So thank you, Robert, for breathing love into this world. Thank you for bringing accountable democracy back into this nation. And let's hear it for Long Beach, for the wisdom of re-electing these fine elected officials and a great mayor, Robert Garcia. Felicidades, mi amigo.
Could we thank Eric Garcetti again, Mayor? And Mayor, I also believe that Mayor Garcia has a key to the city if you ask him nicely. At this time, it's a pleasure to welcome the continuing council members who are currently in their four-year term. Please join me in welcoming Honorable Janine Pierce, the Honorable Darrell Supernow, and as of 1 hour ago, the new Vice Mayor, Dee Andrews, and also the Honorable Al Austin. That's all right. At this time is the swearing in of the oath of office. And the first person is the first district, and that's Lena Gonzalez. Administering the oath of office is firefighter and paramedic Austin Anderson and Jennifer Arzola.
All right, we'll get this. We'll get this straight.
I, please Please state your name.
Lena Gonzalez.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
Do solemnly swear that I will defend and support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution
of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
and that I take this obligation freely
and I take up this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and I will well
and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
and will, let's read that paper.
Faithfully.
And will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the two incredible ladies that are here with me. I could not have started this without them. Jennifer Arzola, detective in the Long Beach Police Department, as well as Austin Anderson, firefighter paramedic in the Long Beach Fire Department. Let's give them both a big round of applause. Jennifer actually went to high school, the same high school as I did, and was protecting me at the city council in the first year behind the dais. And Austin and I were pregnant at the same time, so we share a really close connection. So I really appreciate them being here. And for all that we've been through over the last couple of years, this makes perfect sense. So thank you both very much. As I stand here today with my hand that was just on my grandfather's flag, he was a World War II veteran. I'm truly honored to continue on the public service tradition in my family for a district and city that I absolutely love. I fell in love with this city, had my child in this city. In fact, many of you know my child's initials are LBC. I'm not messing around, that's the truth. I love this city. Since 2014, my team and I have been incredibly busy in the realm of people, policy, and projects, serving wonderful people, creating good policies, and working on projects for this dynamic district of downtown Central and the West Side neighborhoods. In this last term, it resulted in incredible work, authoring the city's first project labor agreement, protecting our environment by eliminating styrofoam, creating an inclusive city by taking a stand on immigration with the Long Beach Equal Values Act, localizing our economy by prioritizing Long Beach small businesses in bids and contracts, while my office still attended to over 2,000 constituent cases, potholes to public safety, as I like to say. And we also restored South Division with 8 new officers in downtown, and also implemented a homeless response team with our fire department to address the issue of homelessness that every city along the state is dealing with. And District 1 continues to grow. It is the home to the most affordable housing units, nearly 1,800, more than anywhere in the city, with over 300 coming online, and a commitment to many more, serving low-income seniors, veterans, families, and residents experiencing homelessness. And we will continue the work more boldly than ever in the next 4 years by addressing the following. Digital inclusion, which is something so very important to me personally, both for residences and businesses. Environmentalism, we'll keep it going, creating partnerships for robust litter abatement and better recycling and compost options for downtown residents. Park programming, as many of you know, park equity is so important for West Side, Central, Downtown, and North Long Beach residents. Parking, we created over 200 spaces in the first district, and we're working on another 100, as well as a pilot program for permitted parking. But this work can never be done alone, and I want to thank so many people, and a few of them I have here. City Hall staff, Corey, Jennifer, and Rajan, could not do this work without you. Our incredible community groups, stakeholders, and friends from Wilmore to Washington neighborhood. My family members, Mom, Isabel, who immigrated here when she was 7 years old, and my father, truck driver, 30 years, started with the laborers and then became a Teamster, and I'm so very proud of their work and instilling in me the vision of hard work. And finally, now my fiance, Adam, and our 3 awesome kids, Zorian, Ethan, and Luca. We're just a regular downtown family, and this is why we serve, through the lens of a mother and through the lens of incredible parents. So thank you so very much, and I appreciate all the dignitaries that are here today as well. Thank you very much for being here.
Could we give another round of applause to Councilwoman Lena Gonzalez? Lena. Yeah, she is. Lena, you're back up here since you're reelected. You've earned that. Okay. Next up is the Honorable Susie Price, 3rd District. And swearing her in tonight is our former mayor, Mayor Beverly O'Neill. And Kaven, her son, will be joining her on stage.
Oh, we're swapped.
Oh, okay. I'm really pleased to be here today to tell you that Susie Price in 2014 was elected for her council seat, and she in the primary. Tonight, I'm glad to say, 4 years later, she was elected again in the primary with almost 80% of the vote. I am proud of my councilwoman. Repeat after me. I, Susie Price,
I, Susie Price,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I am about to enter. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, love. Okay, so now
Okay.
you're going to escort her. Thank you very much to Mayor O'Neill. For many of us in Long Beach and probably in the region, Mayor O'Neill is an inspiration as a female leader, as someone who has a tremendous heart for this community. For me, as a mentor, she has provided me guidance along the way on many issues. And often when I'm at a crossroads on a divisive issue, I think about the advice that Mayor O'Neill has and continues to give me regarding the purpose of service and the residents of this city. And without a doubt, every single time I tap into my Beverly O'Neill monitor inside my heart, I have absolute clarity about what the right thing to do is on every issue. So I'm very grateful for her mentorship and guidance. The past 4 years have been a tremendous time for me and my family. I have very much enjoyed serving as the Long Beach 3rd District Councilwoman, representing the city and the residents of my district. And I'm proud and honored that the residents of my community have instilled their confidence in me and allowed me the opportunity and the privilege to serve another 4-year term. I want to thank first and foremost my family, my husband Mark, my son Keon, my youngest son Kaven, and my mother Minu Masumi, who raised me as an immigrant in this country as a single mother and taught me the core values of hard work and determination. And because of her, I'm often sometimes feistier than I should be and more passionate about where I stand, because she taught me to not let the opportunity that I have as someone who was raised by an immigrant and learned how to speak English at the age of 7, to not waste that opportunity by going along with the crowd just because sometimes it may be the easiest thing to do. So thank you, Mom. I want to thank my amazing campaign team, the Davis Group. Rick and Joanne are here, and Brian Minigino, and of course Nina Musavi for helping us win the second election. I'm so grateful for the help that you gave me. The work that I do with my team. There is no way I could be as efficient and as dedicated to this position without the work of Jack Cunningham, Nina Musavi, Antonella Schaub, Lisa West, Nick West, and Parastu Tusi. They are all 3rd District residents who work hard every single day for this community. And it's because of them that we're able to accomplish so much. I am so blessed and honored to have all of you. You are the 3rd District Council office with me. We're together. I want to acknowledge the great work of our mayor and my city council colleagues. They work through very diverse issues with me and ensure that we work together, each of us, with the heart that we have for our community in the diverse areas that we live in, to bring about the best change that we can for our city. I'm grateful and honored to have the privilege to be able to work with them for another 4 years, and I congratulate my colleagues who were recently reelected. Enough cannot be said about the hardworking efforts of our city staff. Many of them are here, and the work that they do is often not recognized, but there is not a single improvement that you see when you drive throughout the day and see improvements throughout the city that wasn't done by this amazing staff. No matter what level of staff they are, each and every one of these men and women care deeply about this city and put so much effort into the quality of their work, and I'm grateful for them. The next 4 years are going to be a time of great opportunity for our city. For me, the primary area of focus will be public safety. As our public safety realities change in our state, and we continue to adapt to the new landscape we have, we will continue to see an increase in property crimes or quality of life type crimes. We've already seen that happen, and I will tell you, as a 3rd District Council representative, it is by far the most common issue that my residents reach out to me about. We have to find and support out-of-the-box ideas to ensure that long-term public safety solutions remain a high priority for our city. Of course, having strong public safety and infrastructure foundations are key for the strength of any city. Whether it's our property values, business success, or creating opportunities for our youth, having a solid foundation is the core for any city. Today is about looking forward to what we can do for this city. As a city, we have serious issues we must face, and we can't confront them with short-sighted political goals. But instead, we have to be honest, forthright, and work to ensure that we're on the right track. The world around us is complex, and today, deeply divided. But we can continue to move Long Beach forward by doing what is right. Oftentimes, it's difficult. Sometimes it's unpopular. But doing what is right is almost always apparent. I am honored to have another term to bring this viewpoint and the focus on openness and community to the work of our city, with the goal of doing things that help the city for generations to come, doing it the right way for our residents. I thank you for your support and for indulging me with my comments tonight. Thank you.
Next, we'd like to invite to the stage to be sworn in the Honorable Stacy Mungo Flanagan. Stacy will be sworn in by her husband, Scott Flanagan.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. I, Stacy Mungo Flanagan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support and defend the Constitution of the United States
to support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
and to bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
I will and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. Good evening. It's a hot evening tonight. Thank you for bearing with us. I'm honored and privileged to stand before you as the re-elected council member for the fabulous 5th District. The 5th District wants what everyone wants. City Hall to live within its means, fix what needs fixing, and make sure that we have safe communities and parks for our children to play in. We have a lot to do in the 5th District, and I look forward to getting even more done in our second 4 years together. We will continue to fix our broken streets and sidewalks, continue to reduce crime to record levels. We will continue to create jobs and protect the character of our neighborhoods. Over the last 4 years, we were able to repair more streets than ever before, have completed the development of the historic Long Beach Exchange, and revitalized our business corridors. And over the next 4 years, we're excited and poised to do even more. Right now, in partnership with neighborhoods, we are working on a public-private partnership project for our parks. The 5th District has 70% of the city's park acreage, and we're looking to create opportunities to improve the maintenance and recreational opportunities while creating new and sustainable revenue streams that keep these parks in the conditions by which we expect. We have a lot going on, and my team and I have already hit the ground running. I'm so fortunate to have passionate community members and staff members that I work alongside each and every day. I'm proud to serve with a council that has worked together these past 4 years. Even when we disagree, the ability to reason with one another and discuss openly our ideas has been very rewarding. I appreciate the confidence of my community and the confidence of my colleagues and the support of all the things we have already accomplished together, and I look forward to the cooperation ahead. Of course, none of this would be possible without your support. I want to thank everyone who calls our office. Your input counts. I want to thank everyone who opens our neighborly news, who clicks through to learn more about what's going on in their city, and supports the work that we are doing each and every day to improve our city. I want to thank my incredible team. We have a ton of grassroots volunteers and supporters who work tirelessly and put their hearts into everything that they do. And together, we will continue to do more, and I am forever grateful for your commitment. And most of all, I want to thank my family. My family's grown in the last 4 years. I'm so thankful to have found the love of my life in my husband, Scott Flanagan. And very soon, we will be adding one more Flanagan to the family, coming October 2018. I want to especially thank my husband, Scott. He gives me the freedom for a hectic schedule, late night council meetings because we're all so verbose at the dais, and sometimes interrupted dinners in the 5th District where constituents come up and want to share their ideas. My husband willfully joins in the dialogue and puts his 2 cents and helps us come up with solutions. And sometimes he even takes care of some of the not so nice things that are said and warms my heart and reminds me that everything you do can come with both positive and negative criticism, and it makes you a stronger person. So to thank you, all of you who have been there. We now have 4 more years, and I hope that we will together work hard to accomplish even more. Thank you.
Next, please join me in welcoming to the stage the Honorable Roberto Uranga. And swearing in Roberto is the Honorable Kevin De Leon, California State Senator. And also joining Roberto is his wife, former council member Tonya Urenga.
Good evening, Long Beach. Is LBC in the house? It's indeed an honor and pleasure to be here with each and every one of you. I want to say to one of the greatest mayors in America, without a doubt, you are an exciting mayor. You bring a different perspective, obviously. This is one of the best run bus city because of you, because of the staff, because of the amazing council members here today. I'm proud of you, Robert, for your incredible leadership. And I just wanted to give recognition again because he has been phenomenal with his leadership. Let's get it for Mayor Robert Garcia. To our Attorney General, Mr. Becerra, as well as my colleague, Janet Nguyen, State Senator, Mayor Eric Garcetti, my mayor, the great city of Los Angeles, to all the incredible citywide officers here today who will be sworn in a few moments, to our Sheriff, Jim McDonnell, as well as our District Attorney, Jackie Lacey. I know I saw here, Jackie Lacey, thank you very much for your incredible leadership. And of course, to my very good friend, Lena Gonzalez, to Susie Price, Ms. Flanagan, and my good friend here, Rex Richardson. Congratulations to all of you. Now I'm just gonna say, this story of the next city council member from CD7 who will be sworn in before each and every one of you starts actually in my district because he comes from East LA to the LBC. That's right, East Los Angeles, and he ends up here in Long Beach. And we share that LA River that traverses through these great cities all the way to the city of Long Beach. Now I want to say a couple things about Roberto Uranga. Roberto Uranga, as you all know, served 14 years as your community college trustee of the Long Beach City Council. And also, too, served as the president at the national level for the National College Board of Trustees. That is incredible leadership because he also was one of the key architects of an incredible program that you have here that is so unique, the Long Beach Promise. Long Beach Promise is phenomenal. And I got to tip off my hat to each and every one of you because we actually brought the whole entire California State Senate to Long Beach to learn about your high school district, your community college district, and Cal State Long Beach. It is quite incredible. And it does show the promise of what can happen when all the different school districts speak to each other, break those silos down. And we have seen through empirical evidence the growth and promise that it has given the great city of Long Beach. I also appointed my good friend to be one of a few members of the California Coastal Commission representing Long Beach, where Robert Garcia was one of our proud representatives. Because one of the issues that is so important here is the ability to breathe clean air into our lungs. And in District 7, with Roberto, you have the 405 as well as the 10 that chokes the air out of a young girl's lungs. And that's why moving these policies are so critical. So with that, let's get to business. And we know that the real mayor of the household, Uranga household, is here today, Tonya Uranga. Now we're going to swear in the only city council member in LA County with the Fu Manchu, Roberto Uranga. Now please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the great state of California
and the Constitution of the great state of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and to the Constitution of the great state of California, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that I will
that I will
well and faithfully
well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Roberto Uranga, congratulations, felicidades.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, brother. That was great. Wonderful. Thank you. If you don't mind, I'm going to put these back on because it's part of my look. First of all, I want to thank the senator for being here today and for agreeing to swear me in. You know, a lot of times when we look at people who we admire and who we want to share moments like this with, it's people that are friends. And because you build relationships with people. And when Kevin mentioned that he came to Long Beach City College around 10 years ago, it was an immediate bond that Kevin and I got. It was almost immediate that we became friends. And we established a relationship that grows today and I hope grows even further. And KDL, as we all know him to be, I wish you so much success in your future endeavors, and I know you will be successful. Thank you, Kevin, for being here today. And when I talk about relationships, it's about relationships that I have with not only my colleagues here on the City Council, but it's with people. It's with the voters in the 7th District who I want to thank for their giving me their trust to lead them, to lead the district to areas and to heights that have never been before. In the last 4 years, we've fixed more streets, cut more trees, and filled more potholes than we ever had before in the 20 years prior. And that's because of the leadership that we have, not only with the City Council who supported and pushed for Measure M, but also for our mayor who sets the agenda for us. So thank you, Mayor, for your leadership and for helping me help our residents and my constituents in my district. So I want to thank you for that. And there's a lot more work to do. And there's a lot more relationships to build. And as was stated before, you know, we rely on one another, we rely on each other. Although we might have our own little silos, our own little fiefdoms, if you will, in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, we do work together as a team. And this team, this year, will stay intact. We were together 4 years ago, we are together now. We are together for 2 more years as we transition over into the next election cycle of the even districts 2, 4, and 6, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So I'm looking forward to a continued relationship building, to our constituents, providing them with service, and they know that when they call the 7th District, they hit the jackpot. 562-570-7777. They line up. And it wouldn't be that way if not for the great and wonderful staff that I have, led by my Chief of Staff, Selena Luna, who is here somewhere. Selena. Shane McKeithen, and Alvin Avina. We've gone through a lot together, and they are one of the most responsive staffs that you could ever find in the city of Long Beach. Sometimes when we get complaints about what's going on in another district, they call us because they know that they're going to get some guidance and they're going to get some good advice as to where to go and how to solve their problems. So the 7th District is reliable on that, and that's why you hit the jackpot. The 562-570. There you go. You got it. You guys learn quick. So with that, I also have to give my other thanks to my family. Nothing happens because I want to do it. It happens because we do it as a family and that we do it together. I want to acknowledge it, if you please stand up. I want to acknowledge my son, Emiliano James Uranga, my son, Roberto Tomas Uranga, my daughter-in-law, Adrian Uranga, and the newest addition to our family, Thomas James Uranga, 16 months and already a terror. But it wouldn't happen without the matriarch, the person who is not only my roommate, but my partner and my inspiration. It's because of her that I'm able to accomplish what I do, because she gives me time. Between throwing out the trash and mowing the lawn, every now and then making my beans and my rice. But Tonya Reyes Uranga has been a wonderful partner for me. when we met, those 32 years ago, actually 35, we've been married 32. When we met those days, they saw us and they said, a guy with a Fu Manchu cannot get along with a woman who is free, aloof, and hard to get. But I didn't have to do much because she came after me, so that's cool. I have a 32,000 foot story I could tell you, but not right now. So with that, I want to thank you for being here today, for sharing this opportunity with us. I want to thank my fellow council members, and congratulations to all the electeds who are here. And I also want to acknowledge for all the electeds that have served before me, and for those of you who are currently serving now. Beverly, we love you. Eres la reina de Long Beach. She is the queen of Long Beach. Pasen buenas tardes, buen provecho, y nos vemos muy pronto. Thank you.
For the 9th District, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Rex Allen Richardson. Rex will be sworn in by his uncle, Dr. Stanley McCrary, and in addition, his wife Nina and his daughters Alina and Mila will be joining him on stage.
Good evening to the mayor and all elected officials. This is a beautiful day for Rex and all of us. 5 years ago, my wife Chanel and I drove from Steens, Mississippi, all the way across country, 3 days and 2 nights, to perform his wedding ceremony. I was thrilled when a year later, he called me, Uncle Stan, I did it. What'd you do, son? I got elected. Congratulations. No, Uncle Stan, 70% of the vote. I said, awesome, son, awesome. This weekend, our family had our reunion. City of Long Beach. You open your arms to all 250 plus members of our family from across the United States. The mayor even came by to welcome us personally. You have a beautiful city. And when we go back east and go down to the deep south of Mississippi, we're gonna let everyone know of what a beautiful city Long Beach, California is. To that, we are so grateful. I now have the honor of swearing in my nephew. Ready?
I'm ready.
Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Rex Allen Richardson, Jr.,
I, Rex Allen Richardson, Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and that I take this obligation freely
and that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully
and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations, Councilman.
Thank you. Give it up for my uncle, Dr. Stanley K. McCrary. Let's hear it for him. That's right, he officiated our wedding. I've looked up to him my whole life. That is a veteran. That is a 22-year retired Navy Master Chief that we're looking at that just swore me in. Also, my Aunt Chanel, who made this tour to join him. Thank you, Uncle Stan and Aunt Chanel. To my wife, the bombshell. No wonder. 2 kids in 1 term. I think we just broke the record, honey. You know, I just have to say, we kicked off our campaign 4 years ago, a week after our honeymoon. We would not be able to do any of this if it were not for the support and the love of my wife. So let me hear it. Would all of you just give us a round of applause for my wife, Nina Richardson? I couldn't have asked God for a better mate, a better mother for my daughters, a better role model for my nieces. Thank you, my love. My daughters, Alina and Mila, is kind of a mouthful, but I gotta tell you, this is all they've known their whole life. But Daddy loves you, and you will always be my top priority. You will always be my top priority. You'll understand that when you grow up a little bit. I want to acknowledge my family and say, first of all, happy birthday. Where's my mother? There she is. I want to say happy birthday to my mother over there hanging out. My mother, my sister Kristen, my brothers Todd and Jadero, my nieces Ashley and Caitlin, my nephews Jalen, Matt, Jack, JJ, the whole crew. This is truly a family affair. I want to acknowledge my family. I want to acknowledge my other family, the North Long Beach family, and it's a true family. Who would have thought that in just a short period of time, we would have pulled off the Uptown turnaround from new community centers. I see my colleague Megan Kerr there, from new community centers at Houghton Park to paramedic rescues restored to our community for our seniors and the people who depend on it, to a new library called Michelle Obama Neighborhood Library, the largest, most modern library in our city. We couldn't have pulled that together and pulled that off without you. And none of this would have been possible without the support of our District 9 neighborhood associations, some of the most organized and dedicated neighborhood associations across the city. So I'm gonna shout them out. The DeForest Park Neighborhood Association, Grant Neighborhood, Hamilton, College Square, Star King, Longwood, St. Francis, Houghton Park, Coolidge Triangle, and Collins. Let's hear for the District 9 neighborhood associations. And we have a great team, folks. Let's hear it for the District 9 staff team led by Shauna Herrera-Stevens. Let's hear it for Shauna Stevens and the District 9 staff team. Shauna's been my chief of staff since day one. I remember the first conversation when she said, "Hey, what do you think about me being your chief of staff?" I said, "You sure you want to do that?" She may have a different answer today than 4 years ago. I got to tell you, we've done a lot at City Hall. We've worked hard to make our city work smarter, be more inclusive, and more responsive to the needs of all of our neighbors. If you think about our neighborhoods, that's really the core. That's really the core of why Long Beach is special. Our unique neighborhoods. And if you think about it, today our neighborhoods are more sustainable today, and they're safer today than they were 4 years ago. And for that, I thank our mayor, Robert Garcia, and our entire Long Beach City Council. Let's hear it for the Long Beach City Council. And while I'm proud of our progress, we should be honest about the things that do deserve a better response from our city and from our community. And today is not about the past, today is truly about the future. And it's time that we address the proverbial elephant in the room and set out to solve our homelessness and housing crisis in the city of Long Beach. And as we embark on a new city council term, I ask our city council to really be bold, and let's take on this issue with the dedication and the innovation that it requires to really solve this so Long Beach can continue to be a model city. Our city pursues innovative ideas. We incentivize approaches to solve problems, and that's what it's gonna take to really address the homelessness situation. So I invite you to join us as City Council on Tuesday, July 24th to learn how you can help us to identify new options to address this homelessness and housing crisis in our city. I want to thank the city of Long Beach for placing your faith in me to serve on the Long Beach City Council. This is something I take very seriously and with the utmost respect. Thank you for your time, and go Long Beach.
Next, please join me in welcoming now for our citywide elected position, and that is for the position of City Auditor, the Honorable Laura Dowd. In addition, former Mayor Beverly O'Neill will be swearing her in, and Laura's daughter Kelly will be joining her on stage.
again. I am so proud to be here to have a chance to introduce you to Laura Dowd. And her daughter, Kelly. Sorry about that, Kelly. Let's see. It was in 2016, 2006, that Laura Dowd entered the political world. She has done such an outstanding job as the wonderful position she holds. And she's had 3 additional elections. And I don't know if this has ever happened before, but she has not had any opponents. Because of people like Laura, we are strengthened daily, because her work is probably the most important that keeps us going. And she has shown great leadership. So Laura, I, Laura Dowd, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will faithfully well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. Thank you. Are you going to come with me, Kelly?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very much an honor to be with all of you here this evening. My remarks are brief, but mostly one of gratitude. I'm grateful for our former and beloved Mayor, Beverly O'Neill. As Councilwoman Price stated earlier, she is a role model to me as well for her dedicated service, her collaborative leadership, her endless supply of optimism. Thank you for your lifetime of service to the city of Long Beach. And to my daughter, Kelly, she was 1.5 years old when I was first elected, and she is now entering high school. She'll be attending McBride High School in the fall, and I really appreciate her support. She represents the future generation for those that we work toward and make decisions for each day. I also want to express gratitude and love to my husband. We're approaching 30 years of marriage, and thank you. He has been extremely supportive throughout the years. He holds down the fort and never complains when I'm away. In fact, he encourages me to do more and is always extremely supportive. And I also want to say just what a wonderful neighbor my husband is. He knows our whole neighborhood. He knows everybody's names on our whole neighborhood. He knows all of their children's names. He knows all of their pets' names. And he is like the perfect neighbor Jim that people come to when they go on vacation because they want him to look after their pets, plants, and their home. And he's a great neighbor. I want to express that, as well as father and husband. I also want to express gratitude to my dad, who's here tonight, who loves Long Beach, grew up in Long Beach. He is crying right now, so I don't want to look at him. But he also, I love him so much, and he went to Long Beach Poly at the same time that Mayor O'Neill went to Long Beach Poly. I also want to express my gratitude to my mom who passed away this past year. And this is her personal Bible that I put my hand on this evening. She's here with us in spirit. And just before I came up here, I opened it up and I saw some notes that she had written in her Bible. And I happened to fall upon Joshua chapter 24, verse 15. It's just what I opened up to. And that verse said, "Choose you this day who you will serve, but for me and my house, I will serve the Lord." And I just want to express my love and gratitude to my mom for choosing the Lord and for the Spirit of Christ that permeated our home as we grew up, and an example that she is to me, and the influence I feel from her every day. I want to also thank and express my gratitude to my assistant city auditor, James Lamb, who works by my side every single day, very diligently supportive, the guidance, the advice, the hard work. I appreciate that. I have an outstanding staff. I can't, with the limited amount of time, I can't express my gratitude enough for their work. They are an outstanding, smart, talented staff that come to work every day, enthused about their jobs, wanting to serve even better, finding ways to increase value to the city as well as to you, and constantly trying to find ways to improve. And I'm so pleased to work with such a professional staff every day in my office, and I want to express gratitude to them. I also want to express gratitude to the mayor for his support, for the city council, for your support, for the work that we do, for the recommendations that we make. We are creating change. We are making recommendations for improvement. We are here to work together to build, to strengthen, to serve this wonderful city. I'm thankful for city management. I'm thankful for all the department heads throughout this wonderful city who serve with 100% of their hearts and in their specific areas of expertise. That's the commonality that we really all have, is our love for this community and for Long Beach and wanting to make it better. I'm thankful for all of the citywide department heads as well as the staff. I think we've all experienced a sobering reminder about the level of dedication that city staff put into their jobs with the life of Captain David Rosa. We continue to remember him and honor him for his bravery and for his ultimate sacrifice. I was truly moved and touched deeply by the memorial service of his life. I want to just close by saying that I'm humbled and honored to be serving this city that I grew up in, that I was born in, that I grew up in, that I'm raising my daughter in. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm so thankful to be working in a job that I love, that I get to come to work each day and feel like I can make a small difference in some way. And I'm looking forward to the future and working with all of you to continue to build and strengthen and serve this wonderful community that we all love so much. Thank you very much.
Please join me in welcoming to this stage, citywide elected for City Prosecutor Office, the Honorable Doug Halbert. Swearing in Doug will be the Honorable Jackie Lacey, District Attorney for LA County, and also his wife Lisa will join him on stage.
I would like to join in welcoming everyone here today, and we've gathered to acknowledge and affirm the voice of the people who reside in the city of Long Beach, who once again selected my friend Doug Halbert as the city prosecutor. Now, I have known Doug for many years, and he's been an important partner in the criminal justice mental health movement. Doug has also shown great leadership as the president of the Los Angeles County Prosecutors Association, while also focusing on a number of diversion programs. Under Doug's tenure as city prosecutor, arrests and prosecution of active gang members have increased, and gang-related crime has gone down. That's a good thing, right? Doug's development of the gang prevention strategy was recognized as one of America's best neighborhood programs by Neighborhoods USA, which is a nonprofit organization. But more important than Doug's work is his character. He is a man who is kind, and he's thoughtful and considerate and creative and smart. A family man who treats his wife Lisa and daughters Avery and Delaney with love and respect. I am so honored to call Doug a friend and a partner in the criminal justice system, and I'm also honored to provide him with the oath of affirmation of allegiance. Doug, please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Doug Halbert,
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and that I take this obligation
freely
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank and acknowledge my family, my wife who's leaving the stage, my daughter Avery who's here, my mother Judy who's here as well. My wife stood by my side on the stage just a moment ago, but she's been standing by my side for a long time, and I wouldn't be here today if it was not for her and for my family. So thank you to all of you. I want to thank and acknowledge Los Angeles District Attorney Jackie Lacey, my friend who took time out of her day to come here, although she manages the largest prosecuting agency in the country, and she represents 10 million people. She is a good friend to Long Beach, a good friend to my office, and a good friend to me. And actually also here is her predecessor, Steve Cooley, who they didn't call your name out earlier, but the former district attorney of Los Angeles County is here as well. I want to thank both of them, my friends and my mentors, for everything you've done for my office and for me. I'm very proud to know you both. I also want to thank and acknowledge my staff, the men and women of the City Prosecutor's Office, who are some of the most talented, brightest, hardest working professionals that I know. I want to thank you for your hard work. And there's a quote that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. And I want you to know that everyone in my office is united in the belief that it is our duty to ensure that the arc so bends and that justice for all is achieved. So thank you to my office as well. In the next 4 years, we will continue to develop our nationally recognized court diversion programs that give second chances to first-time nonviolent offenders. We will build on our award-winning gang prevention strategy, a strategy that keeps violent gang members off the streets and keeps kids in school and away from gangs who want to recruit them. We're going to continue to connect those battling addiction or mental illness, or both, into much-needed social services, designed not only to help them personally, but to make all of our neighborhoods safer. In fact, stay tuned because you'll be hearing how our office working with the police department in Long Beach, are going to be using technology to connect people to services unlike any community in the United States. You'll be hearing that soon, and we're using locally based Laserfish software to do that. Thank you. There are just too many people to publicly acknowledge and thank, and I've got too little time to do that. But you know who you are. I don't have time to mention all of the law enforcement professionals, the chiefs, two of whom I see sitting next to each other, our current Chief Robert Luna and former Chief Jim McDonald, and all the men and women of the Long Beach Police Department, law enforcement, the school district that has worked with us so closely. But I just want to thank all of them, and I want you to know I'll be calling you personally to make sure you get a personal thank you from me, not just for what you've done for me personally, but for what you've done for the City of Long Beach and for my office. Thank you for your guidance. I will cherish everything that you've given me, your friendship and support for all these years. Thank you so much. And I want to, in conclusion, I want to congratulate the elected leaders that are up on the stage here tonight. They've all accomplished something great, but our work is far from done. Until every resident in Long Beach feels safe at home, regardless of his or her zip code, economic status, or social demographic, our work is not done. Until all of us do our part to work in a meaningful way to abate the root causes of crime, poverty, drug addiction, mental disease, illiteracy, homelessness, until that is done, our work is not finished. And until each of us up here who is given the privilege of serving this great city does everything in our power to serve honorably and with integrity for those who have given us the sacred trust and fulfill the solemn oath we've taken, our work is not done. Thank you very much.
Next to the last of the citywide offices, please join me in welcoming to the stage for the Office of City Attorney, the Honorable Charlie Parkin. Charlie? Swearing in Charlie will be his wife, Teresa Parkin, and he'll also be joined on stage by Sophie Molinaro, their granddaughter.
I, Charles Parkin,
I, Charles Parkin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're proud of you.
Thanks, folks. Thank you. I only have a 5-minute speech here. The mayor cut me off. Good evening, and thank you all for coming out this evening to attend the swearing in of the Long Beach City Attorney. I know that's why you're here. So please stick around. The mayor is going to be here, and he has a special guest. Thank you to my wife, Therese, and to my oldest granddaughter, Sophie, for swearing me in this evening. Tonight's event is the biggest event in the Parkin family this month, as Sophie turns 5 in 4 days. So we're going to have a birthday party, and that helps keep us all this in perspective. Joining with them and us tonight is my family. They're here in the second row, and I thank you guys for all your love and support and helping me and allowing me to do this job. Congratulations to my colleagues. I'm humbled to be an elected Long Beach official. I'm proud of the work that you all do, and I look forward to the next 4 years of dealing with all the challenges that we have ahead. As the city attorney, we work hard every day to provide superior and cost-effective legal services. The only way I can do that, of course, is with the assistance and support of the outstanding folks that work in the city attorney's office. They are truly the best, and I believe they are truly the reason I am standing here today in front of you. Some are right here. Thank you very much. I know there's some in the way back because they wanted an easy exit, but thank you for coming tonight. I would also like to recognize Pat West and Tom Modica and the city manager's office for all you guys do and creating a very positive and open working relationship with our office. We deal with a lot of issues. Every Tuesday night, we're sitting there trying to figure out how we are going to get all this done that the council and the mayor give us to do. To the men and women of the Long Beach Police Department and the Fire Department, thank you for your service. We in the city attorney's office get to see firsthand the hard work and dedication, often under times very difficult circumstances, and we are proud and appreciate all that you do. And I would also join the others in offering my condolences to the Captain Rosa and their family. In closing, again, thank you for all being here tonight. Your civic engagement is important. It's necessary for Long Beach to be the best city we can be. And please stay involved. Thank you to the Convention Center staff, Steve, Charlie, for putting on this amazing venue for tonight's ceremony. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Good night.
At this time, please join me in welcoming a special guest this evening, the Attorney General for the State of California, Javier Becerra.
Good evening. Buenas tardes. It is a joy to be with you this evening. I have had opportunities as a former member of Congress and now as the Attorney General to travel around the world to meet leaders from throughout the globe, heads of state, leaders in academia, law enforcement, and I must tell you that a world-class city demands world-class leadership. Long Beach, you are very fortunate. You are stacked with world-class leaders, and you see them before you. I congratulate each and every one of them for having been elected. I congratulate those who serve as appointed members of this city team, from your chiefs of police and fire department to all those who make this city run so well. And I want to say to those of you who are proud of what you have done to bring together world-class leadership, that you have brought the best to the forefront. And I feel somewhat awkward at this stage, having spent so many years of my life in the great city of Los Angeles and seeing two great leaders here, that I want to talk about the best and someone who has done so many first. And I say that knowing that sitting next to each other are two of the greatest city leaders in the world in our two mayors that we have here, Mayor Garcetti and Mayor Garcia. So Eric, for a moment, close your ears. I'm going to say a few things. First, I want to say you were very fortunate. You have a mayor who is filled with firsts and bests. The first Latino mayor of the great city of Long Beach. The youngest mayor in the history of Long Beach. A mayor who has brought you the lowest unemployment rate in this history of the city of Long Beach. Someone who has helped make sure that since the year 2007, you have brought in 9,000 new jobs. Americans who are working here in the city of Long Beach who a decade ago did not have work here. You have the seaport that is recognized as the best green seaport in the nation and in the world. For the first time in 120 years, in the city of Long Beach, women hold a majority of seats on city commissions. We know that only in California, only in America would stories like this be possible. How else would a woman, Gabriela Garcia, have an opportunity to bring her, I believe, 5-year-old son from Peru and begin a new life, and then one day see that little boy become that world-class leader? Only in California, only in America, and I have to say, only in Long Beach, California. My friends, that's why we fight so hard to protect the rights of people like our parents, so that they know that the sky is the limit for them, but more importantly, for our children. Mayor Garcia has worked very hard every day to prove to the men and women of this great city that he's got your back. When I had an opportunity to sit down with your chief of your fire department and the chief of police and your rank and file in each of those two departments, and I want you to listen closely to this, to a single person, they all said, he's the best. I don't know if I've ever seen that where every one of them say that the mayor is the best. If one of them isn't happy, the other can't be. But in this case, in the city of Long Beach, everyone's happy. And so I think it is great to see that your chiefs and your rank and file in the fire department and the police department all say that you are fortunate to have Robert Garcia as your mayor of the great city of Long Beach. I know he will continue to excel in his role in his second term. I guess there is a second in here somewhere, right, instead of a first. And he will continue to make his family very, very proud. And I think it's important to acknowledge as well that along with his mother, Gabby, who is here, Dr. Matthew Mendez, his partner, is getting to share this occasion with him. And I want to salute him for the work that he does to keep our mayor, Mayor Garcia, working hard. So without further ado, help me welcome your first-class mayor here to be sworn in for a second term, Mayor Robert Garcia. Mayor Garcia, please join me. Ready. Mayor, state your name after I say it. I state your name.
I, Robert Garcia,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties of which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, Mayor Garcia.
Thank you, Javier.
Congratulations.
Hey, everybody. It's a great day, of course, here in Long Beach, and I could not be more excited to really start off the next chapter for our amazing city. And I want to, of course, begin by just thanking our amazing Attorney General of the state of California. He's a great friend to many of us and just someone that we all have so much of respect for the work you do for our state as our top law enforcement legal officer in the state of California. Another round of applause for Javier Becerra. Thank you very much for your work. And of course, to my good friend, Eric Garcetti, the mayor of Los Angeles, America's second best city. I do I really appreciate you being here, and you're a friend, a mentor, an ally, someone that I can really count on. And just Eric, thank you very much. And of course, to all the other elected officials that are here, and our commissioners, and all the folks and staff that are in the back, just thank you for being with us today as we celebrate this next chapter in our story of our city. And of course, I want to just begin by congratulating every single one of those that have been reelected here tonight. I generally love all of you. It's true. We actually, I believe, we all have a great relationship. We get along. It doesn't mean we have to agree on every single thing, but I respect every single one of you, and I love you all. And so thank you for being part of our amazing city and our leadership. Thank you. Of course, and to our staff and to all the amazing people that are here, thank you for your commitment. And I want to, of course, thank my amazing partner of 10 years, the brilliant best scholar that I know, Matt Mendez. So, honey, I love you. Thank you. And of course, my mother and my father and my brother and my family that's here. Thank you all for being here this evening. Now, when we were elected 4 years ago, I promised and we promised that we would make our city safer, create more jobs, protect the environment, and move into the 21st century. Now, by almost every measure, Long Beach is making incredible progress. The Long Beach economy is booming. Billions of dollars in construction and investment are driving good jobs and new housing across the city. Our new Civic Center, main library, and our iconic International Bridge that you can see out here in the distance are all progressing rapidly. And we're looking forward to going in to our new Civic Center just next year. Development across the city is a success. Douglas Park, which has brought many new businesses to East Long Beach, has started and is roaring with construction. Second and PCH, as you all know, finally got off the ground and creates a great new center in the eastern part of our town. The airport is undergoing major renovations with car rental facilities, baggage, and parking facilities. And of course, our Port of Long Beach, of which I know our leadership is here tonight, broke another record for cargo in 2017. Citywide, we are building more than 5,000 new homes that have either been completed or approved, including hundreds of units for seniors and working families. And earlier this year, Long Beach reached the lowest unemployment rate we've ever had, 4.1%. And we also note the average household income is growing faster in Long Beach than in all but 10 of the largest American cities. And the poverty rate in the last 4 years has declined from 21 to 18%. We know that thanks to the amazing men and women of our police department and our fire department, Long Beach also continues to be a safe place to live and work. In 2017, overall crime dropped by almost 8% from 2016, and the city last year had the fewest number of murders in the history of our city of Long Beach. And of course, thanks to all of you and to our Long Beach voters, the passage of Measure A just 2 years ago and has enabled us to expand both our police and fire services across the city and, of course, hire more police and firefighters. We're very thankful for every single person that works in our amazing departments. And I also want to add this moment for us to think again of Captain David Rosa and the men and women that protect us every single day. A huge round of applause to our firefighters and our police officers. And if you're driving around the city, you know that there's construction going on just about everywhere. We've embarked on the largest infrastructure investment plan that we've had in over 50 years, thanks to Measure A. Our city team is fixing and paving hundreds of miles of streets, sidewalks, and repairing critical buildings and parks. And other measures, like Measure M, which is a transportation measure for the county, and other measures through the state, have allowed us to even do more for the community when it comes to fixing our infrastructure. Our city continues, as you all know, to be an environmental leader. We're working to fight climate change, and our port recently adopted an updated Clean Air Action Plan and that the city is developing to really the gold standard from across the world. And Long Beach Transit is continuing to put out more and more electric buses on our streets, and I love that. Let's give them a round of applause to Long Beach Transit and the Port of Long Beach. Now, thanks to the women and men that are on this stage today, Long Beach continues to be one of the best run cities in our nation. I truly believe that. And it's emerged as a leader in civic innovation. We've launched our city's data portal, of course, Data LB. We have data sets available online, and we continue to innovate every single day through the amazing work of our innovation team and the Department of Technology and Innovation. Now, we know that things are good, which is why I'm so grateful that all of you have once again entrusted me to lead our great city and to reelect me as your mayor one more time. Now, after my election, over the last 9 weeks, I decided, as most of you know, to launch the Go Long Beach Tour. I spent the last 9 weeks in every city council district, one district at a time, knocking on doors, talking to neighbors on their porch, and meeting with small business owners and local teachers and students. Now, the tour just ended last week, and I want to share a little bit about what I learned. First, people love their city. People love Long Beach. And everywhere I went, no matter who I spoke with, no matter their color or income level or what neighborhood they were in, people love their city, and they love that it's growing, and they love everything about their community and neighborhood. And they especially love their neighbors, our diversity, and our progressive approach to supporting the civil rights and human rights of all people. People feel safer than they ever have, especially in neighborhoods across Central and North Long Beach, which we know decades ago struggled with gangs and with higher crime. Door after door, town hall after town hall, the message was clear. People want us, your mayor, your city council, and your citywide elected officials to focus on the basics of governing, focusing on the basics, strengthening public safety, taking care of our parks, trimming our trees, fixing broken sidewalks, and working together to solve the greatest challenge of our time, ending street homelessness. As we work to a more just economy, a greener future, and reforming government, let's never forget that we must always focus on those basics of government. Let's make them better. Let's innovate, and let's invest in our future. In closing, I want to just spend a second and thank the almost 6,000 men and women that work every single day to make Long Beach a better place. It's easy to not always recognize the incredible work that our parks workers are doing, that our librarians are doing in our libraries, that our police officers are doing on the street, that those that are picking up our trash every single day are doing in every single neighborhood. And so as we close, the work that we do is not just putting policies together and moving agendas forward. It's the work that happens in every single one of our city employees that I'm so grateful for. And I just want to give them a huge round of applause for just being amazing people and loving their city. You know that I love Long Beach. You know that I think this is the best town anywhere in the country. I can't wait for these next few years. And I just want to thank each and every one of you, my incredible team at City Hall, and the work that's happening here through the CVB for putting this event on tonight. Thank you. Go Long Beach. And here's another great 4 years. Thank you very much.